Alrighty, now I'm gonna do some UC Davis here. I'm gonna try to do it really quick, guys. I'm tired. And my fingers are like getting tired from like trying to correct this. Oops, now you're gonna be hearing me better. Sorry, I forgot to mute it. So yeah, let's get started. I want to start with this 4 here. This was, I think, on the 27, I think. When was this recorded? 27, yes. So a little bit old, but still helpful. So let's go ahead and take a look here at the co2. And then we're going to take a look at the TQED. Alrighty, quite a short video. This one is longer. Let me see. Yeah, and I think that there's another one here. So there's a couple. We're gonna watch it. This one, then I'll choose. Probably I'll analyze this one, and then we're gonna go really quick. Alrighty. So the first thing we can see here, CC. I don't know if you can see the thing we were talking the other day on video, like how much wiggle there is. See how many you go let's do it frame at a time, and I'm actually gonna pause it, bring it a little bit more together there. So CC, we're here, we're not bad at all. We kind of lean a little bit, and then we kind of, as we push, we're moving a lot towards your starboard side, and then towards port, and then we go towards port again during the recovery, and then we go towards starboard. So it's this continuous circle. You do it as well on the port side. So I think that it would be really beneficial, CC, if we thought about keeping our bodies nice and even on the seat, rather than doing this, because this is really disruptive if we are in a pair, if we are in an 8, or we are in a 4. I don't think you're aware of it, so that's why I'm showing you this, so we can work on it and make sure that we don't go a little bit so much over the place. Okay. Karina here, I can see that day you were struggling with the blade work. There was this stroke here that was a little bit better, but a lot of the strokes we were touching water right before the catch, and I can see Stella there touching. But this one, for example, see, we're having a hard time keeping the blade off the water there, and squaring up early and placing a little bit before we start pulling. Karina, I don't know if you can see here as well how much we're opening with the body, We still have this tendency on the port side to kind of in the starboard side it was more noticeable. On the port side here, you can see how you kind of rotate with your head as well. So I want you to think about keeping that head forward and putting the blade in, and think about pushing a little bit more with the legs while keeping the shoulders forward, because right now, I don't know if you can see here, it looks like you're pulling and leaning towards the port. That's actually causing us to go a little bit deep. Sim the UCC, we're going quite deep there because we are relying a little bit too much on pulling with the upper body, right? So one way to fix it is doing top quarter, making sure that we place that blade there, and then we push with the legs a little bit more, okay? And Karina, take a look at your oar, your outside grip. We completely let go on the catch, and we place with the inboard, and then we kind of catch it as we drive. So remember that it's okay to have a loose grip, but at the same time, I have the feeling because we are not consistently gripping the oar with the outside and not tapping down and not keeping the tap down and not doing the hand movement with the outside grip, but rather inboard. That's causing a little bit of the instability right before the catch here, okay? And we also want to make sure that we place with the outboard there. So make sure that you don't let go completely here, okay? See, you're placing with the inboard, and then you're grabbing it with the outboard as the drive starts. So yeah, CC again, leaning. Blade work wise on the bow pair, Stella and Keely, not terrible. I think that we could be a little bit cleaner, all 4 of us out of the water. I don't know if you can see here how Karina is the last one getting out and kind of feathering, which I think that it's pretty good length. But I think that all 4 of us, we need to get the blade out clean first before starting the drive. And even I'm happy, guys, if it just gets out like 3/4, like there's Stella or there Karina. If it gets kind of like Karina there, gets more at 3/4 from the blade. When we get that, I think that's okay to start feathering. But we should not be feathering when the blade is halfway into the water, okay? There, Keely, you can see it very well. Let me zoom into your blade. So yeah, like we're like feathering into the water a lot here, starboards. And as we go towards the catch there, again, Stella, see how high your blade is off the water comparison with the rest of the crew. Karina here, now that I'm realizing, it looks like you're leaning a little bit towards, actually, I don't know. Yes, it looks like you're leaning a tiny bit there towards starboard side, but not terrible. I can see because your knees looks like they're moving a little bit. So just a little bit more mindful on like rotating towards the waist. And the way that we can fix that is by thinking about putting pressure on the oarlock, and going towards the catch here. At the end, like at the catch, it doesn't look bad, but I don't know why I had the feeling there that it looks like here you're leaning a little bit. Probably just me. It doesn't look too bad from Stella. So yeah, bow pair, we have this tendency of like Stella will sky, Keely will be good, and then Stella will be good, and then Keely will sky. So a little bit more consistent on that. There's a little bit on the side here. Stella and Keely, I can see kind of your shoulders. They are not packed as much as I like. Remember, to the shoulders, when we get the hands away, body over, we don't want to overextend it. We don't want to round our back. We want to make sure that we keep that shoulder packed and as a unit, so it doesn't like slip forward as we like put the blade into the water there. Same to you, Keely. See how like you're kind of overreaching with that shoulder. So again, pack the shoulders as soon as we get to the hands away, body over, and then place. Yes, I think that we should back it in a little bit more as well. We should put the blade a little bit earlier there, Stella. Your leg drive starts while the blade is trailing to the water. Same to you, Karina. I think that we talked about it already. And Sissy, just a lot of upper body pulling there. Keely, for you, let me see if I can find the other video here. I had a video that I had you guys see on the starboard side. So here we can see Stella pretty well at regular speed, that we are not locked into the water before the leg drive starts. So like that's why your legs are going down so quick during the drive. So we are here at the catch, we're skying a little bit, and then we kind of like slam the water, and look, your legs are almost down. Like this, your legs are almost all the way down. And I would like to see probably a little bit more compression on the seat there. Karina, Stella, and Keely, I feel like we could probably like, we're letting our seat a little bit back, and I would like you to think about probably bringing the seat a little bit closer towards your heel. Get a little bit of compression there with the lower back and the core. I think that will give us a little bit more length. Keely, actually there, I think it's looking pretty good. The problem is that the seat starts traveling towards the bow and the blades are not into the water. So that's what we want to keep working on, okay, guys? See here how like different kind of leg drives that we have. So we want to make sure that here we keep on the stern, we keep the body forward. So the thing is like bow pair does a pretty okay job in keeping the body forward, but we're lacking a lot of connection. I feel like if we placed a little bit more and think more about the pickup rather than the legs going down so quick, that would help out. So I'm gonna write that down. And then the stroke pair here, you guys, a lot of upper body, and then the body swing is not as reliable as we'd like. And yeah, a little bit of lack of sequence there. CC, like we don't get a lot of body over from the hips, and then we kind of struggle here. And we are also an indicator that we're not rotating that well, is that sometimes the inboard hand is a little bit too bend. So if we bend it too much, that means that we're not rotating. And